Pete here with Small Business Resource Center with your update for September 10th for the stimulus packages. I'm also going to have information about Trump, vaccine update, and some information about stocks because the vaccine and stocks kind of go head to head. But anyways, President Trump was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Ben Shapiro says, if you don't know who Ben Shapiro is, he's basically a conservative Jewish Jew. You know, he has his own show. He said he believes that Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize way more than Obama did, and Obama got one. So, of course, you're probably well aware, Senate has been back in session September 8th. October 9th is a new deadline for them to pass a stimulus bill. So they're pretty confident we're going to pass something. They did actually vote on some things today, but didn't totally pass. But at least they're moving forward and trying to get things done. So President Trump currently said he wants to use $300 billion of unused funds to fund the second stimulus package or second stimulus checks. You want to keep in mind that he said he could use an executive order to do this, but he really feels that Congress should do that instead of him doing it. So Mitch McConnell is proposing a smaller stimulus package. He actually did on Tuesday, and then what he would like to do is promote the skinny bill, which actually did not pass. They voted on it today. I'll go over that in a moment. So the CARES Act cost $2.2 trillion. And $259 billion of uncommitted funds were available in the Federal Reserve for lending programs. And Trump basically said he wants to use that for the second stimulus check. Once again, I did mention that he doesn't want to use an executive order. He's hoping that Congress or the House and the Senate come together and do what they're supposed to release the funds. Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi have informal agreement to keep moving forward. Basically, they were hoping everything would get done by the end of this week, but it doesn't seem that way. Well, I should say Steve Mnuchin was hopeful. For the Labor Day weekend, traffic was actually down 30% from previous Labor Day. And a lot of people are citing the coronavirus as well as closings and a lot of other things were keeping people from wanting to travel. So I basically wanted to discuss the Safe to Work Act, which is promoted by Mitch McConnell and John Cornyn of Texas. Basically, it's a small bill to get Americans, of course, back to work. It would give $300 for unemployment till the end of the year. Self-employed people will get a second round of PPP loans, and businesses and schools would get enhanced liability protection. There would also be $30 billion for vaccine development that would be available. What they aren't including in that bill is stimulus checks. Of course, Trump already made mention of that and what he feels needs to be done. What they were planning on is after they pass this bill, then they would hope the Republicans and Democrats can work on the skinny bill. So basically what the Senate proposed was the skinny bill, and they voted on it today. Unfortunately, it lost. It was 52 to 47. So all the Democrats said no. The majority of the Republicans said yes, but a few of the Republicans voted no. Of course, some of them are opposed to any type of funding at all because in their areas they don't need it. So the part of the problem you have when you're looking at this type of stuff is that in some regions, actually, they don't have problems. So those senators or House reps, they may vote no when in other areas they actually do need help. So unfortunately, it didn't win. In vaccine and stock news, there are actually 9 top companies that are making coronavirus vaccines. If you've watched some of my other videos, I had mentioned Moderna being one of the top ones, Pfizer being another top ones, and AstraZeneca. The little situation here that I always like to tell people, this is a great opportunity for you, even though I'm not happy about profiting, but Moderna, they actually had 2 major players in the company sell a huge amount of shares. Warning sign, typically. AstraZeneca, they had a serious adverse reaction is what they're stating. That's what I saw in the news. They're halting phase 3 trials. So when you have that type of situation, that's obviously not good. So they said at a minimum, they're going to be pushed back 3 weeks because of this adverse reaction. And that gives one an advantage. That would be Pfizer. Pfizer seems to be the only one that's not having a problem at this current time. So I just want to keep that in mind as far as investments and vaccines. So if you're looking at it and you're interested in getting a vaccine, you want to pay attention. Of course, as far as stock investing, same advice, but this is not me giving you advice and telling you to invest in any particular stock. It's just saying, well, use some common sense here, for God's sakes. Well, anyways, that is an update for September 10th. Any questions or comments? Comment below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you're back, thank you very much for coming back. And have a great day. It's Pete with the Small Business Resource Center. Sorry, it's been a long day. Real estate's been so busy. My phone rings like crazy. You wouldn't believe it.